In here, humble, open, and transparent. How many people in this room have made a plan and then asked God to co-sign it? Some of y'all sit next to him. Anyway, he told me I could be myself tonight. But look what Proverbs 29:18 says. Everybody say vision. Vision. I really feel like this is the season that we're not supposed to leave the first month of 2019 without getting a vision from God. Not what you wrote down in your journal because you watched something that made you happy. I'm talking about getting in the presence of God, not doing a drive-by prayer, but staying long enough where you can speak to him and he can speak back to you. I know this is not popular talk in 2018 because we want everything instant. But what happened to people getting before God and saying, I'm going to wait until you speak to me? You see how quiet it is in here? That's why the last 5 years hasn't worked for you. It's because you're doing what you feel is right. But you're not going to the one who sees tomorrow. And I made a decision that I was not going to strive in 2019, but I was going to stride in 2019. What does that mean? That means we're going to walk in long, decisive steps in an intended direction. And God began to speak this to me a few years ago. And he said, Michael, I want you to find the pace of grace. And I said, God, I can't find the pace of grace because I want to run into everything right now. If you said I can have it, I want it right now. And I started quoting little dumb scriptures and things trying to make what I wanted in a time that was out of God's timing. I started to say, but I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. He said, yes, and if you do it without me, this will be the thing that allows you to fall. And I said, God, but if God be for me, who can be? He said, I am for you. That's why I'm trying to set the pace for you. And many people in 2019 have not gotten a vision from God. And let me tell you what happens when you don't get the vision from God. Look at Proverbs 29:18 in the Message version. It says, if people can't see what God is doing, they stumble all over themselves. A lot of your tripping last year was you not seeing what God was doing. A lot of the things that God was doing was not on our radar. We were trying to do what we were doing, but he said, but those who attend to what he reveals, they are most blessed. Everybody say most blessed. That's what God wants for every single one of his children, but we have to attend, pay attention to, find out what he is revealing to us. So I am begging everybody at Calvary Church, as we move into this next season of seeing God do what the man of God prophesied, seeing God answer prayers, do not set the pace. Let God set it.